A lot of universities and immigration firms have been sending out emails, newsletters to international students saying that there might be a potential travel ban upcoming on January 20th when the new president elect, Donald Trump, is going to be in the office. This has emails and newsletters have been going on since he got elected and since it got declared that he will be the next president of the United States. Now, in this video, I want to tell you why it might not affect you if you are from certain countries and why it might affect you if you are from certain countries. My reasoning behind is after a lot of research. There's of course a lot of history involved in this. In January 27th, Trump imposed the first travel ban. He imposed something called Muslim ban, which was implemented in January 17. It was order number 13769. The following countries were banned during this time: Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. Iraq was later removed in March 2017 in a revised order. Sudan was also later removed in September 2017. These are Muslim dominant countries, and that's why the travel ban occurred. There was a revised travel ban in March 2017, Executive Order 13780, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. That means Iraq as a country was removed from this list. And the third and the final version in the 2017 September, Sudan was removed from the list of countries which I just mentioned. Chad, North Korea, and Venezuela, and specific government officials from Venezuela was added into this list. Now, why I'm telling you all of this is to give you some context on why it might not happen to you if you're from certain countries. Travel ban in January 2020 happened to the following countries: Burma, Eritrea, Kyrgyzstan, Nigeria, Sudan, Tanzania. In 2021, Biden removed all of these travel bans and reversed the order. As you can see, the countries which were focused among these was countries which is Muslim dominated. India, as most of my audience is from there, will not be affected by this travel ban. When universities or immigration firms are sending out these newsletters, these emails, they're sending it out as a general consensus that, hey, there might be a travel ban. And as an international student and as an immigration firm, their duty is to tell all the international students that it might happen. If it doesn't happen, great. But if it happens and your country is affected by it, the immigration agency wants to cover their asses. I had a really an hour-long session of immigration updates from the law firm which we use at our company, and they were very clear about it that, hey, we might see some country travel bans, but most of the people from India, Pakistan, China, Mexico, Canada, these countries will not see travel ban. As you guys know, India and US has great relationships. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had great relationships with Biden. He has great relationship with Donald Trump even now. So a potential ban to India or to Indian students is not going to happen 100%. Quick stop. I'm editing this video right now, and my friend Sudhanshu Kaushik, who is the founder of NAAIS, which is North American Association of Indian Students, also came on news channel on NDTV and talked about this. I'm gonna insert that clip right now.
Right now, the travel advisories that have occurred, first of all, let's clarify a few things. One is these are very few, a handful, 3 to 4 universities, and not even university travel advisory, but advisories from the International Student Office of the university that have come out to kind of let the international students that they are already part of to be a little bit more apprehensive, a little bit more aware of the situation and to be careful of it. What does the travel advisory say is to come back before the inauguration of Donald Trump because of the rhetoric against immigration. Now, I think you need to break that down further. First of all, I think it's a little bit of fear-mongering. The reason I say that, knowing that there has been a somewhat student ban in place in the previous administration, completely acknowledging that, but I think it's fear-mongering because right now, the situation is completely different from when the student ban came in. When the student ban that affected F1 specifically, F1 visa holders specifically, it was during COVID. And the nuances were a little different because during that time, students were taking online courses. They were either not in the country or outside of the country. And the Trump administration wanted to kind of, the hawks, the immigration hawks, as they say, wanted to kind of stop that from happening. And they were, prohibiting international students on F1 visas to come back or leave the country, etc. Um, in this case, that isn't there. The situation of COVID or online classes isn't there. Under law, if you're legally coming into the United States with your F1 visa, then you're allowed to study there if you're on full-time courses, and you can't dilute that or divert that or not allow students who have come here from legal means to not be able to come here and stay and at any time or appropriate times that the university appeals to.
Plus, as you guys saw in my last video and on Twitter, if you're following anything about H1B, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, all of the top guys in Donald Trump's team said the same thing, that hey, we love India, we love people from India, we love people who are on H1B from India, we need that, we need them in our country. So I just don't see where it's going to be a problem. I don't see that if you're traveling after 20th February, before 20th February, it's not going to be a problem if you're Indian, if you're a legal immigrant. By legal immigrant, I mean if you have a I-20, if you have a H1B I-797, if you are I-140 approved. As I mentioned in my last video, there might be some more scrutiny at the US Embassy because Republicans are coming into the office. But overall, everything's looking great. The US embassies in India posted recently that, hey, we had a great pilot session for 2025 for H1B stamping in the US. We are going to continue that. That shows that, hey, they trust people from India enough that they would like their H1Bs renewed in the US. They don't want you to go to India and get it renewed. That's great news. Second thing, they also said that we had a huge number of student visas approved in the year 2023, 2024 and 2024 in itself, which is great news as well. As you guys know, US universities make a lot of money from Indian students. It's great for them. It's kind of great for us because we do see the benefits, because students come here, they get a job and they work for years to come, they get H1Bs, they're able to make that money back and contribute to the US society as well. So US government loves Indian students, loves hardworking Indian students. As you can see, they keep the bar a little bit higher. People from Canada, if you're watching this video, I just want to let you know, no offense to you, no offense to students in Canada, but the bar of colleges in Canada is way lower than the bar in like the bottom of US colleges. The bar is way higher in the US colleges. Plus, students here are not creating chaos. I see so many videos of Canadian universities, of Canadian cities, where people are causing chaos, they're leaving trash. Canadians actually started hating Indians because of that. So the bar is just so much lower. Partial fault of the Canadian government because they set the bar so low and they let colleges do whatever they want to. US hasn't done that. US wants the best and the brightest. Of course, you have your Stanfords and Harvards, then you have your Purdue's and UIUC's, then you have San Jose's and ASU, and then you have like Kent State College and like some of the tier 4 colleges as well. There is a college for everyone, but even students who are coming to the tier 4 colleges, they're not creating chaos, they're not creating ruckus. All they want is a good opportunity for them to succeed. And that's what I want to tell you. That's what I want to communicate. That, and again, this is not a legal advice because, I don't want to be legally bound by this video. This is not a legal advice, but this is my opinion 100% that there's not going to be a travel ban towards Indian students. US government makes a lot of money through you. US government loves you in a lot of ways. They want people at the university. They want those researchers. They want unicorn founders, which we are contributing to. If you haven't watched my last video, you should watch it. I told exactly like 10-15 points why Indian Americans are so important to the US economy. Go watch it, check it out. And if you're traveling after the 20th, don't worry about it. I'm actually traveling after the 20th to India and coming back. If you have a legal documentation, you shouldn't be worried about it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I hope you found this useful. If you have questions, please comment down below and I'll be happy to answer those.